Hello everybody, this is Havoc with my first mod overview in a very long time. Today we are going to look at the Shieldwall overhaul mod for Total War Saga Thrones of Britannia. Now before you go and disregard this video simply because it takes place in Thrones, this overhaul mod is actually pretty damn good, and I've already completed 3 campaigns with Shieldwall in less than 2 weeks. There are great mechanics in this mod that I think the community will find enjoyable, challenging, and bring some more historical authenticity. That's something you're after. As with about any mod, what you're going to see in this video is very much a work in progress, and the team would love to hear your feedback to make the mod even better. So as always, let's dive in. Shieldwall, as mentioned in the intro, is an overhaul mod aimed at providing some deeper, varied, and more historical gameplay to an otherwise relatively shallow game. The mod is based on a 12 turns per year model with a Germanic-based calendar system, meaning each month gets its own unique name. These seasons of the year will play a large part in the mechanics of Shieldwall, as you'll see later in the video. Every faction's unit roster has been revised in some way directly appropriate to the faction's history. There's also redesigned building effects and a tech system more closely resembling older Total War games in that very few of the techs have requirements to unlock researching them. In terms of individual characters, skills and traits have seen significant changes in both how they are triggered and their effects. There are more distinct cultural and faction differences, allowing for more varied campaigns even within factions of the same culture. For example, the English kingdoms have the new mechanic called Burgal. When all of your governors are loyal, you get improved allegiance and 50% reduction in levy upkeep. Add that to Wessex and Mercia's Fjord feature, which allows them to recruit Fjord units at 0 recruitment costs during the spring and summer months, and you have the base to generate a very large, low-cost levy army. The English kingdoms are the most fleshed out and redesigned at the moment, so if you play the mod, Wessex, Mercia, and Northumbria will give you the best experiences in the aforementioned areas overall. The other factions have most of these as well, but in terms of vastly different faction mechanics, I do believe that is the one being currently worked on. There is a legitimate presence of population in Shieldwall that contributes to your campaign in meaningful ways, which will always get a big thumbs up from yours truly. There are 4 population types: nobles, peasants, clergymen, and mercenaries, with the numbers per province seen on the left-hand side. Nobles affect public order, peasants affect population income factors for agriculture, commerce, and industry, but having a sparser population will actually generate negative income factors as well as deplete the rate of peasant troop replenishment in that province. Your clergy population will increase church income factors and boost research, while a large mercenary population at the moment will provide you with powerful mercenaries to recruit at the expense of negative public order. Though with talking to the developers on the Discord, it looks like that might possibly be changing here in the near future. Currently, the population classes do have a few other factors. While not usable for recruitment at the moment, they are required for replenishment, and they will deplete in a province should a settlement get sacked, or if that province is experiencing public unrest. Population grows fairly slow at the moment, and it's something I've actually brought up with the team, and it's an area they said they will be addressing soon. Realizing there's something off about population is good, since its meager growth factors are one of my biggest frustrations with the game as it affects it most economically. From what the team has said on their Discord, they should be able to implement their ideas, and if they can, it'll make for a closer divide and Imperia replicated system. Food plays a big part in this game, and it directly ties into the seasons of the year. Much like ancient empires, food production values are dependent on what time of the year it is. Warmer seasons will see higher production, while you are almost guaranteed to see 0 or negative food production during the colder seasons. But all is not lost during those better months. A new mechanic called food stores will be your saving grace and is well worth investing in. On having excess food in any given season, you will not only see food stored, but bonuses to your campaign depending on how consistently you have food stores, including increased population growth. This is crucial as it also heavily affects your peasant population. Should you run low too long, your peasants will die, and so will your economy. Not to mention you'll spawn small bandit armies that can cause some serious pains deep in your own territory. Building warehouses in your main settlements will allow you to increase your food storage capacity, ergo allowing you to go longer in a food production deficit. Shieldwall is designed and balanced to be played on the medium unit size. While that might seem off-putting, this has been purposefully done to represent more historical numbers of the time period. Units will also have varied soldier counts. Peasant troops will be larger than more elite troops. Ranged units are fairly small and your CAV units will be tiny. A full 20v20 battle might contain up to 3,000 troops, but usually hovers just over 2,000. I thought battles would be boring and dumb because of this, but it actually had the reverse effect. With population so small for replenishment, large or ultra unit sizes would never be able to replenish fully, not without decimating your population and therefore decimating your economy. And with unit sizes so small, there's an increased emphasis on formations such as Shieldwall, hence the mod's namesake. What I found in my 3 campaigns is that I actually enjoyed battles more with these smaller unit sizes than I did with vanilla Thrones on Ultra. The team has really focused their efforts to justify these smaller armies, and it works extremely well with everything else they've done. I did see my playstyle become more focused. My tactics changed a bit more as units with Shieldwall were able to hold out significantly longer, giving me more tactical options. Cav are delicate and extremely rare for some factions like Wessex, and I rarely use them on anything but faltering units. And ranged units can be devastating when used correctly, especially with Welsh longbowmen. I didn't think smaller armies could ever mean more quality battles, but the Shieldwall mod did just that. I'm sure by now you know just how I feel about the Shieldwall mod. I thoroughly enjoyed it way more than I thought I would. There's a lot of new and improved features over the base game that I think the community would really enjoy digging into and playing with. If there is one shortcoming, it's that campaigns are very much on the short side. I completed a short victory with Wessex in 80 turns, with probably half of them insta-end turning, waiting for troops to replenish or enough money in the early game to buy more troops or build buildings. My Welsh campaign was won by 55 turns and a handful of hours, though my Mercia campaign did take a good deal longer, around 100 plus turns. Don't let that detract you from trying the mod though. Those hours that I spent on it were very worth it to me, and there's still so much of the game that the team is looking to update. I'm excited for other factions already in the game, and future features like a completely redesigned technology tree and even more potential playable factions to be created. Reinstall this game and I don't think you'll regret it. Thanks for watching this overview video on the Shieldwall mod for Thrones of Britannia. If you like the return of mod overviews or just have an opinion on the mod overall, do leave a comment in the comment section down below. Join my Discord and check out my Patreon for ways to support the channel. Subscribe to the channel for updates on all things Total War and strategy. This is Havoc, and I'll see you in the next video.